Well, hello everyone,
Hey guys.
and welcome to an extra special episode
Very special.
of Masse Art Studios.
Studios.
You will see that we are not in our normal place. Oh,
Nope.
I'm Lee, by the way.
And I'm Jeremy.
Forgot to say that last time too. So we just celebrated our 2-year YouTube anniversary.
2 years.
17th of August was 2 years since
Yeah.
we posted our very,
Yeah.
very first episode.
Yes.
How far we have come, sir. So in those 2 years, to give you a bit of a recap, we managed to amass almost 16,000 subscribers.
Yep.
We've posted over 300 YouTube videos.
Yes.
We've just hit 1 million watches
Yeah.
across the channel. I've been on a TV show, Meet Your Maker Showdown on Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
We've held 2 fluid art conventions, and the third one is in the works.
Yeah.
And we have got a Patreon account.
Mm-hmm.
And we have made a gazillion friends and who are now
Oh
family.
my gosh. Absolutely. That's been the most special part of this.
It absolutely has. People who we would never have come across had we not done this wonderful painting journey.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone out there that's ever watched, ever subscribed, ever sent us a super chat or a super thanks. Anyone commented, anyone that's a Patreon,
Yeah.
anyone that's come to any of our fluid art experiences. Genuinely, that you are the reason why we do all of this.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being here. I wish that everything that we did on our channel made us millionaires, and everyone who has a channel know that that's not the case.
Yes.
We do this because we love it so much, and thank you all for watching. So today we are going to go back and with you watch our very first episode.
Yes.
We've not seen this since, I mean, gosh, when was the last time we watched this? Maybe over a year ago.
Oh, yeah. More than that, I think.
I don't even know if I've ever sat down and watched this from start to finish since we posted it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun. We are going to voice over all of it. The episode is still there for you guys to go and watch if you want to just go and watch it on its own without this commentary. Yeah. But we're going to watch this together for the very first time again. Yes. So please bear with us as we go through this. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. And stick around till the very, very end, because after we post it, we'll show you one of the 2 pieces that we poured here, because I resined it.
Yep.
Yeah?
I kept it. I was like, I'm keeping this piece.
You did. You really did. So, without much further ado, let's watch the episode together. We hope you enjoy this. Hello, I'm Lee Masse.
And I'm Jeremy Masse.
And
Look at us both on here. I was so chunky back then.
And I was scared to death.
You were scared to death. So I've lost about just over 100 pounds since these episodes aired.
Yeah.
And Jeremy has found a voice.
Yes.
Just recently married, and
My beautiful
it's
husband.
because of him that
I'm
we
like
even
this.
started the whole Masse's Art Studios.
That's right, because we got married in
I've never
March.
Really
That's our
considered
first episode of
myself to
August.
be creative, artistically creative.
You don't have to
Coming from
whisper.
like a business world.
It's right. So we're watching it on the desktop, we're filming it up here, we've got it coming through our headphones, and we're talking to you on here.
And we're talking
Jeremy
to you.
started watching tons of YouTube videos, and I saw the Dutch pour and the
Tons
acrylic
of YouTube
abstract
videos.
art, and I
Look at you,
really
you're thinking
loved
to
it.
yourself,
It kind of made
but did
sense
I?
to me. Kind of logically, it just made sense. So after watching,
I like that
a million
t-shirt. I remember,
YouTube
didn't we buy those in Spain?
with amazing people like
Was it? No, it was.
Artistry and Canella
Edinburgh.
Serato
Oh, right, okay, that's right.
and Rinsk
So we mentioned Molly, Canella.
Look at all the Dutch pours behind us that we had first started doing.
Mixed media girl Sarah. Tictus.
I decided to have a go at it, and then
Yeah, I love
literally
that
became
triptych I
obsessed.
did behind me, and then I messed it up with my very first resin job.
studio.
It didn't
Okay.
resin very
My
well.
little flamingos.
I love your flamingos.
Thank you.
We sold them.
We did sell them.
way to kind of share what we're doing, then set up a channel and share it with you face to face. What about you?
Well, I'm Jeremy, and I grew up in Louisiana.
I was like, great. I don't
Moved
think
out
so.
to California because of this one right here.
You are.
I love art. I've been doing art since I was little. Whenever I saw this, I got really interested in it and showed Lee.
I think I said
And it was
like
so
about
great seeing him get so
500
fired
times.
up. We just, like you said, started this art studio, and today
We
we're
both
going
did,
to
though. I mean, we'd
run
never
through a couple
filmed
of
ourselves
pieces
on
with
camera
you
before.
and show you
I mean,
how
other than your home
we do,
videos that you got floating about there.
I remember
there's a
in
ton
one
of
of the
channels that you
episodes,
can
somebody
choose
was
from,
like,
and
"You're
we
not
will
even
link all
looking
of them
straight to the
in
camera
Yeah.
because we were watching the
Viewfinder. Right.
But what we wanted to do is be a little bit different because there's tons of people out there doing this. And so what we thought we would do is use the same colours but in two completely separate ways. So it's kind of...
That was why we started up the channel.
That is why we
You
started the
don't
channel.
need a ton of paints to do different types of techniques and produce some really great
You really
art.
don't. Like,
So I'm going to do a
you
pour.
can take
I'm gonna do
the
a
same
couple.
paint,
Okay.
like colors paints,
Which
and it'll
I'm
come
not
out
that
different
great
pretty
in
much
every
every
single
time.
technique.
I can do cup pours, but I definitely prefer the Dutch pours.
And I don't know what we meant by a cup pour.
I know.
Because it's either an open cup or a flip cup or something, so clearly we really didn't know what we were
So
talking
let's
about.
show you the colours that we've chosen.
I don't like those colours at all.
I love these colours.
It's like Easter.
I love these
So
colors.
Yeah?
first
Yeah.
off,
I don't know
we've got
why we
Artist
picked these
Loft, light blue.
And clearly we loved
And then
Artist
we
Loft.
have Arteza,
And Arteza.
which is the gold.
We used a lot of
We love
Arteza
the
and a lot of
Arteza
Artist
paints,
Loft.
But we
especially
love Arteza
I
still.
know, we
And we
still
love
do.
artists. But
we
listen,
have an Artist
we were
Loft
just starting the
Phalo
channel. We didn't want to spend a ton of money.
Tram
Yeah.
going past.
There was the train in
There's
the
the
background.
train.
We then have
So our studio was right next to a train track.
Artist
I
Loft
know.
Light
There were
Violet.
tons of trains that went by.
And then we've got the Phalo Green by Artist Loft. Everyone uses Phalo Green. And then we've got the Pearl Chartreuse by Arteza.
Chartreuse.
Right?
We don't use that ever
love
anymore.
That chartreuse. We need to. We need to get some more of
But yeah,
that.
those are the colours that we've chosen. I'm going to flood my canvas with white, so I'm going to get to that first. But let me tell you, so we're here in California, in Oakland to be exact. I moved from SoCal up to NorCal just over 4 years
The little
ago.
remote control.
And
That
we
would
don't
drive
have air
me nuts
conditioning
today.
here
Oh, it would.
in Northern California.
I like clean aesthetic.
You don't.
Even the spatula sitting there would now drive me nuts
It's
too.
about
It has to be completely clean.
82, 85.
85, yeah.
And it's like 9:30 in the morning. Now, most people, especially you guys out in the south, will be like, that's nothing. But we don't have AC. So, like, we're literally...
We still don't have AC.
Right now,
Never been able
it
to
is
pour
so
in air
hot.
conditioning. But did you hear me complaining that it's 85?
Right, so what I've got
And
in
now
this
it's
pot
100.
here
Yeah, I'll
is
take 85.
our
I know, right?
Day now.
acrylic Montmartre titanium white. And for anyone that's just thinking about starting off with any kind of pours, one of the things that you need to know is that you need to mix your colours with some kind of pouring medium, as well as your whites, your background colours. What we choose is Floetrol because it's easy to get, and we really like the results that you get with it. Floetrol comes in all different sizes. We use the big gallon size of it. We can get this for like $15 from our local hardware store. If you get it off Amazon,
Still
it's
can.
really expensive.
Yeah, still can.
So go to like Home Depot or something
Don't
like
do
that
it.
and get it cheaper. The thing about Floetrol is you do have to strain it because you get all sorts of bits in it. So make sure you
This was
strain your
before
Floetrol
pantyhose.
first,
Yes, this was
and
before
then
the
when you mix your
pantyhose.
colours,
You
mix
can
them
get those
really
plastic
well,
cups that you
because
can
there's
3D
nothing
print.
worse than doing a
Yeah.
really beautiful
Or
painting.
use
That
pantyhose.
screw
and
on
it
to the
dries,
top
you find
of the
out you've got,
Floetrol.
like,
Right.
lots of paint in it, which is a real pain. We kind of do a mixture of, not kind of, we do a mixture of 2 to 1. So if you do 1 ounce of paint, you do 2 ounces of Floetrol, taking it up to 3 ounces. Or if you do, 200 milliliters of paint, you take it up to 600 milliliters, you've always got 2 to 1. And then for the Dutch pours, I add a little splash of water because we really want the paints to be super fluid, because we're going to be able to blow the paints, hopefully with a hairdryer.
So our consistency now is 50
No,
20.
this was for Dutch.
Right,
Are you
yeah,
doing a
so
Dutch
let's-
50,
pour?
25,
Okay, so
25.
one
So
of the
50
things
Floetrol,
that,
25 paint, 25 water is
Canella
what we're doing
Sirocco
now.
Yes.
talks
But there,
about is this OXO
Casey?
large omelette
Yes.
paper. And we've heard her talk about it for
I love that
months.
option.
look how clean it was.
And we use all different techniques.
We still have that.
To the ringer. We still have that same one.
hair
We
dry
do.
It, blow dry it, or we would just tilt it. This thing that Canella talks about is a game changer. So it was $10 from Amazon, super cheap, but it really does help you like just manipulate the paint really easily. So you don't have to get this. You can totally just use a popsicle stick, but we are all about making things easy for ourselves. So that's exactly what we did.
I feel like we sound very knowledgeable considering we'd only been painting for like 2 or 3 months. It just goes to show you that if you do some research and watch a million hours worth of YouTube, then you too can be at this level.
Totally.
So for us, it's just really easy to use.
I mean, I think we even like wrote down everything by watching videos. We wrote down like people's paint consistency,
We did
their
a little
formulas, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, we wrote all that stuff down as we were researching all
Because I'll
this.
push some of the paint.
So by the looks of it, my paint consistency was not terrible there, but I fear that I did not have enough
If you
water.
have too much paint,
Because
on
if
your
I did-
canvas, it's okay because you can just tilt it off.
If I did 50%
You can,
flow-troll, 20...
make sure that
if
you've
I did
got
50... No,
just the right
what was it?
thickness
It would have been
for
66%
paint on
flow-troll,
top as
33% paint, and a splash of water. It would have been way too thick.
But we did more than just a splash of water.
Well, apparently I did.
It's actually the first
That's
time
what I'm
I've
telling
used
you
it.
guys to do.
I can already see why you love it so much, Jeremy, because it's really great. Now, we opened a new bottle of Floetrol today, and for some reason, it was so thin compared to every other gallon.
Which will have
Floetrol
saved
I've
me,
ever used.
because
I mean, like, it felt
I didn't put enough
really
water
thin.
in.
So, this may not work.
I'm really interested to see like what
How
this
terrible
first
this
pour
is.
was.
You know what
I
we're
haven't
gonna do
seen
here,
this, and I don't know
regardless
how
of whether it
long.
works
So,
or not,
guys, we decided not to watch this before we did this, because we
Yeah.
wanted this to be
because
like
not every
another
painting you
reaction.
do
Yes.
is going to come out looking amazing.
That paint looks like the right consistency.
So
It's
I
like, it's like milk. It's dripping off the
My
top.
base coat.
You still like to touch your base
I
coat.
do, because I don't like lines in it.
Yeah.
For me, if you
Result
use a
I get.
spatula or a popsicle stick to spread your base coat,
One
then
of
you
the
get
other
lines.
things
If
that
you
you're gonna
tilt,
need if you just
it's
start
way
out
And
as
see,
As
Dutch pours, you're blowing it out. To me, you're just blowing it out
fluid
anyway.
art
So.
I'm just telling you.
is a torch. Would you pass me the torch, Jeremy? Because I forgot to get it. Now you have to pay really close attention to a couple of things. One of them being your corners.
Oh, I thought you said you have to
Which is what
pee.
you don't want to have.
Pass me the torch, Jeremy.
Corners done. And not everyone has Jeremy on hand, but I do, so he can tell me if I got all my edges right.
I was wearing gloves.
Yep, I know. Did I wear gloves in the beginning?
Girl, you've been wearing gloves since you were born.
I'm gonna use this one.
I cannot stand having paint on my
Right.
hands
So-
or anywhere on me.
The whole point of a Dutch pour is to have a really good base coat of a colour. It doesn't have to be white. It can be any colour that you want. And then once you've got that base coat, you're going to layer colours on top, and then you're going to blow it out with the hairdryer to create some kind of design. Now, there's different ways people do this. People will put a circle in the middle and blow it out, kind of looks like an orchid. Or Canella loves to do like the lines and blow it out. I kind of mix it up, just whatever
clearly
feels
watched a lot
right
of
with the
Canella.
colours.
We did.
So that's what we're going to do.
You're welcome,
First, I'm gonna
Canella.
torch.
I think we probably put a lot of coin in your
So
pocket from all the
hopefully what
hours
you
of
can
video
see-
you've been watching.
Or maybe you can't. Is all these little air bubbles that pop inside the paint. Now you don't want to scorch the paint because you're not trying to burn it. All you're trying to do is just pop the bubbles. Jeremy just reminded me I'm still wearing my wedding ring, so I'm going to take that off. Thank you so much. All right. I'm ready. I'm going to do this. So when you're... Sorry, go on.
Do it.
Do it. When you layer your paints, it's kind of, there is an art to how you layer it, but it also is kind of like, you know, a bit of a wing and a prayer. The paint that you put on the top is normally the one that's the most predominant colour in
really.
the actual picture. But really, what I
my
try
God,
and
gets
do
painting.
is layer from dark to light.
I bet that's what people say
Because
every
that's the
single
best way
episode.
to do it.
Shady
And I'm gonna
Cathy
go
over
with a
here.
little stripe with a little bit of a wave in it.
Ooh,
So, first off, I'm going to start off
with a little bit of a
the
wave.
just a little bit.
Phthalo blue. And I'm going to lay that one down first. Now, I only want a thin stripe of phthalo blue because I'm going to be putting a lot of paint on top. You can already see how thin the white is because it's already starting to separate. Okay. All right, next, I'm going to go in with the chartreuse. Lay that one on top.
I love these colors together. I don't know what you're
thicknesses.
talking about.
Okay, next I'm going to do the...
I mean, it's every colour.
Tell us what you guys think about these colors.
Oh, they will.
I love these colors.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with
Did
this.
I pick these
I've
colors
never
out, or
had
did
this
you? Do you
white
remember?
base so
Girl,
long
they were
before.
probably yours.
I think I picked these colors out.
Now,
That's why I
all
don't like
tends to overtake whenever you do pause, so...
I don't know why you don't like the colors, because they're amazing.
Gold in every picture that I do.
Excuse me.
So I'm just going to do
We
a really
even
thin
knew at
line
that
of
point
it.
the gold took over.
Yeah.
Look how tiny I put on there.
Next to the light violet. Again, I don't love this colour, so I'm just going to do a really thin line of it.
See, I just said I don't love that colour,
But
so
I
they
do
definitely
love
were
this
yours.
light blue, especially with the darker blues. And hopefully this will go really nice with the chartreuse. So let's do this one too.
So let us know at home
Alright.
in the comment section if you want us to recreate these paws and these colours again, because
Yeah,
Jeremy
I
wants
know.
to do
I
it,
wanna
but
do
I'm
it.
not so
Now
sure.
blowing out the paint. Some people, Rinsk for example, she loves to blow her white over the colours and then blow the paint
Get it
out.
right.
I started off doing that and then I just didn't find that I was very good at it. It didn't work for me, so I prefer to do it now which is the way Canella does it, and that's just by blowing out the paint into the white. That might help me because my white is so runny, but we'll see. Now this is just a cheap hairdryer. It's a Remington. We got it off Amazon. It was like 10 bucks or something. Walmart or something like that. Be sure to tape down the nozzle because the last thing you want to do is drop this into your painting. But you can see it's been particularly
Look at us.
I mean, that was just common sense, but you still dip the nozzle in every single Dutch pour that you do.
I do. Yeah, I have.
I tend to just always go in on high and then I can kind of blow around if there's something else I want to kind of do with the paint. How you
still with
manipulate
us,
the paint
people?
now is important.
Right, serious, because
this was very educational.
I
I
Very
found.
educational.
philosophy around it. I'm not a person who loves
I advise you not to have a wing and a prayer. I advise you
do
to
like make
strategically
sure that
think
the
about
paint
how you're
tries
going to
to
blow
get to
out
as
your
many
Dutch
parts
pours,
of the canvas as I
because
can.
it will definitely help you.
This canvas is, by the way, I think it's a 16 by 16. It kind of looks like 16 by 16 to me, but yeah.
16 by 16.
It's a 16 by 16. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's a grandeur collection. It's got really thick sides to it. When we're selling our paintings, we want to make sure that it kind
We've
of
always liked the 1.5 inch deep
and we just love
canvases.
these paintings. And a little bit later on, I'll show you how we make sure that the backs of the painting, the actual stretch canvas itself, is really tight. In fact, I'll let Jeremy tell you about that when he's doing his pour. So, all right, let's get to this. Okay, I'm gonna give it a go and let's see what happens.
Yeah, all over the place. Look at that. I had no clue where is it. Where am I going? What is going on with this? What is happening? That was ridiculous. What in the heck?
Wow.
So,
I'm like, I love it.
I don't play
No, I
around
don't
with
think
the
you did like
hairdryer
it.
I did not.
much more than that, because I feel like if for me personally, and I guess this is just where my kind of inexperience comes, if I start to play around with it, I really like muddy up the picture and it can become like really muddy.
Because it's not muddy already.
Just because of the way that the white is. Personally, I think I would prefer the white to be a little thicker. But again, like I said, I
Too
want to
much
show you everything we
paint.
do.
Definitely messed up the
what I
blow out
can
there.
do is
Rather
use
than
this
blowing the
other
paint
little
across the
tool that we
canvas,
have,
now
which is
clearly we
this
actually
tiny
blow
little blower.
the paint
there's a
along the
direction.
line.
Yeah,
Which
there's
is why you don't do it on a wing and a prayer.
Yeah.
Fine blows, some kind of finer lines to it. I've seen other people use this on the acrylic pouring websites, and Jeremy loves using this. He'll do this on just like the whole of the canvas. He won't even use it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But for me, I like it because you get a really directed blow, like you would just use if you used your mouth on it. But I like to be able to like just make little kind of like feathering effects just to some of the edges.
I mean, I've covered the whole canvas.
And where I
so
think
might as
there's maybe
well.
too much paint. I like to
That's
go
this
out.
is not a Dutch pour, by the way. This is covering your canvas with paint.
Get some of the negative space back, get some of the white back.
Look at that, it's just flying all over the place.
And hopefully what you can start to see now is some of the
I could have had
cells
more
popping
white
through.
into this.
I mean,
And
for our
themselves
first
is
like
maybe because the paint's
episode,
laying on top of each other, but
Absolutely.
know.
Our first play around at it, and it's so exciting to see the progression.
Yeah.
I still don't believe I've done very many successful Dutch pours. I think I've done maybe 2 or 3 in the whole 2 years.
Great ones.
2 or 3 great ones. But we've definitely progressed an awful lot from when we first started.
Like, stop, don't mess with it. And you could well be shouting the same thing.
See, it just takes time and effort and
practice,
research, and talking to people.
I like it. Which he says to everything I do, even when I hate it. Because you're sweet.
Blow that part out a little bit.
That like feathery bit. Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing. One of the really good things about having another pair of eyes is it can kind of help you. And I see that there's a lot of white here because you can kind of see the colours underneath. Just a bit worried about making it super muddy, but I'm going to go for it.
Because I'm worried about making it super muddy. I think I should have been worried about making it super muddy when I first hooked up the hairdryer.
That was a lot of paint.
It was. It didn't look like a lot of paint when I put it on, but it was just because of the way I blew out the canvas.
Yeah.
And I was very speedy with that blow dryer too. At least I'm getting some more white back in there. I don't mind playing with it. I kind of definitely prefer the, as you look at it, the top half rather than the bottom half.
What I tend to find, especially with the lighter, thinner.
I think we probably did. I'm so sorry to the person who bought it. Oh, I do remember what you paint now, because we've actually got it hanging up on the wall in the bathroom.
Was that piece?
I think that was your very first piece.
But if it is, I wouldn't hate that either.
On camera.
The blues are definitely my favourite colours. I love the golds, I love the greens, so I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely gonna play around with that base again because it really shouldn't be this thin, but is what it is. All right.
I don't think the base being thin was the problem. I think I put too much colour on.
Too much colour.
We grab a popsicle stick and you go around the edges.
Oh, yeah, get the edges.
Good.
Why do you do this? Well, you've blown paint off the edges, and so you get these little drips. These little drips will continue to drag the paint off the canvas if
I was wobbling the camera there. Look how clean that silicone mat was underneath. Because when we started painting at home, guys, we were painting on our patio in an apartment complex. It was literally like 9 foot by 4 foot, and this fool was doing like 30 by 40 inch canvases.
Doing huge canvases, like 4 foot by 5 foot canvases.
One of which is still hanging upstairs in our wall.
I know. My favorite Dutch pour that I've ever done, I think, was that 5 foot by 4 foot canvas at a friend of ours' house.
The cup pour is you just pour the paint.
Alright, so after that abrupt ending
straight with the blue
of mine, I just stopped.
So I'm doing the
and
blue.
We didn't show them a close up of the pieces either.
We do that at the end.
Did we do it at the end?
Yeah,
okay.
We do that at the
so
end.
now straight into Jezebel. I'm a little confused.
Why?
Because you're calling this a cup pour, but I don't know what it is.
I know, me either.
I don't know why we're doing it like this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an open cup, if it's a flip cup, if it's actually a ring pour, because I'm layering like a ring pour.
You are kind of are. Well, I mean, it could be really anywhere.
Overpower some of the other colors, so.
And we have Arteza.
At least
Yeah.
that's what I found.
It's the same with the pours.
A little bit of the green. Now we're gonna go.
It's like Mardi Gras in a cup.
Some of that purple.
Right.
I still love these colors together.
Yeah, I don't like them at all. I can't believe you're putting the green and the violet next to each other.
Trying to keep them all in order. That's my white. One of my favorite colors here is chartreuse. And then this aqua.
We didn't even have aqua, but I think you meant the chartreuse.
No, that blue.
Oh, is that light blue?
Just
Okay,
that
light
again
aqua blue.
until
Okay.
The colors
Wipe off those gloves, girl.
of the
I gotta
other
keep my hands
cups and
clean.
things.
As always.
You like the open cup pours?
I do. I really like the open cup pours.
How long would you say you've been painting?
I've actually been painting since the 2nd grade. I got into art back then.
How old is that? I don't understand still grades here. How old is that?
Oh gosh.
How old were you like in second grade?
You totally put me on the spot right there. I was so busy thinking about my paint.
You were like 10.
I know. I was like, I don't know, 15 in second grade.
What we call high school.
Jeremy gets, as you all know, hyper-focused, so especially back in these days. So me trying to talk to him whilst he's layering just completely put him off.
Oh my god. It was throwing me for a loop every single time he started talking to me.
It's a very lovely peacock cup, though.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, you had no perception of editing or anything. In fact, I think you actually were the one that was editing the first 5. You did the first 5 videos, and then I took over.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've been doing it ever since. Well, I love the fact you've got your cups in front of you, and we can't really see what's going on.
I really love England.
I guess that's why you married me.
You were definitely a perk.
to a British passport.
I know you can't even see what I'm doing.
No clue.
But you know what?
I think we're being hard on ourselves.
We are being a little hard on ourselves. But you know what? It's like our first video,
it's really cool because you can kind of like, guess what it's got.
It wasn't terrible so far, but I do not like my pour.
Yeah.
And I'm a little embarrassed that there's 10,000 people that have watched this
I've done this
episode.
a few times, and it's so interesting what happens.
I don't think you could ever layer the colours in the cup in the same way, or even if you did, and then pour it and get anything near the same kind of canvas twice.
Oh yeah. You never know what you're gonna get.
There's the train again.
Yeah.
There goes the train again.
It was so funny. We used to say we had planes, trains, and automobiles because that's exactly what happened. If the train wasn't going by, it was an airplane going to Oakland Airport, and then there'd be people speeding up and down the street.
Oh yeah, and with those really loud mufflers. Oh my god, it was so crazy.
Because you're going to pour it straight onto the canvas. It's just the right amount.
Yes. Now, I'm going to show you my cup.
Waiting with bated breath.
See
I know.
all the different layers of the
It doesn't
paint
look
that
terrible. It's very
poured into
peacocky.
the cup.
It is very peacocky.
It is, yeah, sand, right?
From
Yeah.
the seaside.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to flood my canvas. I'm just going to pour some of the white paint in the center, so that way whenever I start to move and stretch, what's called stretching the paint.
Stretching the paint.
On the
Is it
canvas,
called? It's
it'll
called
move
stretching the
easier,
paint.
more fluid. And I'm also going to pour some around it.
That would be a flow extender.
That would be a flow extender. So I should have just put a base coat is what I should have done.
Really?
Your white
But well, we can't say that yet because we don't even know what you're doing.
I know. I know.
How did you mix your white?
It's 2 to 1.
Did you put any water in it?
No.
Yeah, I think this batch of Floetrol for some reason it's thinner. So I don't think we need to do water.
All of my paints are a little thicker than what Lee did. They're all 2 to 1 ratio. All right, I'm gonna start my pour.
That's an exciting part.
Oh,
Oh, I was trying to do a ring pour.
You were trying to do a ring pour. Paints were far too thin for a ring
I
pour.
like to move my cup a little bit.
Oh, I like to move my cup a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This is the one that we have hanging.
It is.
Yeah.
So is the chartreuse.
I love the chartreuse.
So when you call it a cup pour, it's actually a ring pour.
Yes. And it's a traveling ring pour.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh.
I'm gonna try that again. Actually.
Well, the ring pour or the catching?
The little how I'm doing like kind of an
Well, it's
ring.
Now I'm
really
gonna pour a little bit of the white
No,
paint
it's not
around
traveling,
it, so
but
that
I
way
do
it's
like how
easier to stretch.
that came out.
You're going to get your corners as well. I think. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, I was deep in contemplation. No, you're fine.
I like the
I was
cup.
really excited about this pour.
Now for
I was
the fun
really excited
parts.
about this pour.
Jeremy, you're
When
excited
you
about all
talk-
your pours.
Oh,
When have I ever asked you if you're excited and the answer's been no?
I'm gonna do it now and at the
Look at our tiny torch.
I know.
This was before
It's
Mina
always best
Villegas
to, like,
gifted us a new one when we moved to
Get out
Texas.
as many of the air bubbles as you can. And also, it also makes nice little cells in it too. As you can see, some of the bubbles are opening up and making some nice cells.
Now you don't get as big a cells as I do in Dutch pour because you're not really putting the paint on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Is that fair? And there's a huge, is that a bubble or is that a lump of something in the white paint near the very bottom?
what is that?
Okay, she's not going to expect it. Take it off.
Yeah, we're going to just slide that off. Yeah, thanks for seeing that. See, always something with an extra pair of eyes that, you know.
Better now than later.
We covered those windows that reflected in the pour with that photographer's material because we noticed that every time we painted, you always got that glare from the windows.
Yeah.
Jeremy, it's tilting time.
I didn't say it.
This was before tilting time. This was before tilting time, before 2:41.
Right.
You have no clue what you're doing here, I can see. You've anchored the edges, you haven't anchored the side. You anchored the sides, but not the edge.
Let's go to this corner over here.
What I also love about these pours is that when you anchor the paint over the edge of the canvas...
See, I'm trying to tell you what to do without telling you what to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm really listening to you, Lee. But I like what's happening with this.
Girl, this is also very thin paint.
Yeah, it's very thin.
It's not a great tilt.
But see, it made it interesting. It gave it a lot more, like...
Yeah, it's
I don't know, it just made it more interesting.
Keep selling it to me.
I'm going to try this again.
What? A ring pour? You've done about 1,000 of them.
No, the way that I tilted it.
Honestly, just like some good cells and a lot of movement from the paint itself.
Right. Because I guess if it's moving, it means it can stretch.
Yes.
It kind of like, it's like a photograph as well to me. Kind of like, you know, like when you take one of those old Polaroid photos and it slowly starts to develop. It's the same with these, like it changes every time you shift it.
Yeah, I'm really going to try to open that up by...
The middle bit.
Yeah, by stretching it down.
There's still plenty of paint on there.
It doesn't end up being a horrible piece by any means.
No, not at all.
Okay. Pull it back down this way a little bit.
I mean, I do walk past that piece and I don't think
Hope
it's
you guys can see me
your
doing that.
best by any means.
But I love
But
what
it's your
happened with it.
first.
I love like all the lines in it and how it came out. Even though I didn't keep the center, like in the center, I like that. I like that it's not centered.
Oops, that's okay. All right. Now I just need to grab a stick and get some of these corners. Just holding on to it. It's one of the reasons why I wear gloves doing this is because it just...
Yeah, but this pour is so messy.
It's so messy, but it's so worth
So
it.
messy. It's paint, people. It's bound to be messy.
I don't like it to be messy.
I have heard people, Molly's artistry, Molly mentioned, for example, that like someone came up to her at a craft fair and said, this is an art, you know, my kid can do that. And you know what? That's totally fair. However, what's art to me is the way that the paint's been manipulated and, you know, the final product. I would have stretched this out more if it was mine, but that's just because that's the way that I would see it. You guys have not stretched it as far as we've got.
Well, look at me.
So, you know, it's all about the composition is what, to me, makes it all unique.
Now, unlike Lee, I do play with my paint.
Right.
There was something chunky in there.
Is that unexpected?
I don't know, so weird. Where's my...
Was I adding BAMs? I did. I added BAMs to this one.
Oh my gosh.
I did. I put like...
Bam! I love how you just started that bam right in the middle of your composition.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We go through tons of popsicle stuff.
Oh my god. These are tongue depressors, and I tell you what, we go through these like crazy. You know, I'm gonna use this chartreuse actually.
What is it you do?
I'm just adding a little bit more like
You were like, what the hell are you doing?
I really
color,
was.
I guess,
I was
into
like,
it.
what is it you're doing,
Just,
Jeremy?
But I wasn't even following like
No.
the design of,
Bring it a little
the,
bit more to
of the
life.
composition at
Nope.
all.
Yeah.
You were being free.
I was. I was
Freestyling.
I was freestyling on that.
I think I kind of like that. What do you think? Are you sitting in your mind telling me to stop? I can see it. I can see it in your mind. Your mind is like,
I'm not saying a word. Although that, no. It's your painting.
yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good with it just like this.
Oh, yeah, I used to hate that as well. You did this all the time.
Oh yeah, I used to rub my
That is
my hands
right in
together.
front of his
I hope
microphone.
you like it as much as I do. Bye.
What was that?
Don't forget to
Guys,
like
that's
and
it, we're done.
subscribe.
That's our very first.
Oh yeah, we used to put that on there all the time.
Now we've got the fun part, which we all love, which is the clean up. Yeah. Washing our paint pots and doing everything else, putting it away, putting paint canvases to dry.
This is
And
how
then
you
we'll show you
clean
them.
up your station.
Exactly.
As soon as they're dry.
We do have a couple
Oh,
of
so
things
we
to
showed
talk
them in the
about.
next
First off
episode.
is our Etsy store.
Oh, that's what we used to
these two
do on
pictures
every
Yeah.
episode. We used to
have
show
a
the
next
dry
time.
results
store
next
at some
time.
point, but we certainly have lots
That's
of
the else you did on Etsy.com. That was before our own
years.
website.
So you can find
That was our
us
wonderful art
at
behind us. Our messy Dutch balls again.
masse.etsy.com.
That was fun.
And then
That
we
was
also have an
fun.
Instagram
It wasn't as
page,
terrible
which
as I
is
thought it was gonna be.
instagram.com/.
I was so scared to start talking.
I don't know why.
So you can
I mean,
follow us
maybe
on
because I
this
just don't stop
journey.
talking.
As you
You
can
don't
see,
stop
we're just
talking.
trying.
And
Rude.
if I like go
Rude.
into
Better
stuff.
and better at this. We'll have better technology
That's it, guys.
And,
That's
hopefully
it.
produce
We'll
better
go
pieces
grab
of
that
art.
painting off the wall and show it to you.
Yeah,
Because
we'll
I
show
did
it to you.
resonate. But thank you for being here
That's
with us
it.
and
Yeah.
watching this with us
That's
yet
it.
again.
Clean up and dry off and go home. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
So there you have it, folks.
There you have it.
There you have it. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I feel for our very first episode, there was a lot of things that we were definitely doing right.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked our setup. I liked our camera angles. We didn't have microphones at that point, something
No.
that we invested in a little while
Yeah,
after a few episodes.
Yeah, a few episodes. Yeah, we were like, we have to get mics.
We were very educational. Even at that
Yeah.
point, we wanted
Yeah.
to bring you along on a journey with us.
Maybe a little too long of an education going on.
We did a lot of chatting, but I thought it was all fun.
It was fun.
Jeremy did not have this look off his face
So scary.
for the first 5
I don't
episodes.
know why, but I was just terrified.
If you go and check 1, 2, 3, and 4, and even 5, he was scared. After 6, he got it.
My best friend made fun of me in the 4th episode, and yeah, he
said he looked like Cindy Brady.
yeah, and he put a little like picture of Cindy
Right.
Brady up,
Which was fun.
and pretty much I did. Yeah, if you watch episode number 4, so
But I loved watching that again. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I
Yeah.
thought it was. I just don't like seeing myself on camera because back then I was 100 pound heavier and was a little chunky. But what we do have is the piece that Jeremy painted.
yeah, that is the piece.
It's been resin, so it's very, very, very shiny. But look at this. This was the piece that Jeremy painted. And we did sell mine, which now, in hindsight, now I kind of wish we didn't.
Yeah.
But can you see your BAMs
I know. I
that
just
you added?
threw those on there.
And one up here as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that chartreuse is still popping, girl.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
That chartreuse and the gold, and yeah, I really love this piece.
Yeah, I know you've done a million better,
Yes,
but it's cute because it was your very first.
it is cute.
So there you have it, folks. That was a lot of fun. We hope that you enjoyed being on this little fun episode with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you again to each and every single one of you that has been with us on this journey in no matter what capacity. All that we ever ask is that you like and you subscribe and you comment for us every now and again because it keeps us engaged.
And if you feel engaged too, please share.
You do, but everything else that you do for us is just an absolute bonus.
Just being here.
So thank you very much to you all. And this is Friday. We'll see you back here on Sunday and we'll be pouring again.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it'll be better than that one you just watched. So we'll see you all very soon. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So what's a Patreon?
What is a Patreon?
Let me tell you. So the Patreons are a very special group of people.
They are.
They are here with us chatting all the time in the lives. You'll see them and you'll know these names as we run through them. But they wanted to have a little bit of an extra support, a little bit of an extra look at what goes on behind the scenes. So our Patreon account, completely separate, and at certain different levels, you get different perks.
Yes.
So at the bronze and silver levels, for example, you might get sneak peek pictures and sneak peek videos, things that happen behind the scenes in the studio. At the gold level, you get that, plus you also get a live stream once a month.
Yes.
Access to a WhatsApp group where we all sit and chat and kind of just
so much fun.
Talk about pieces and exchange motivations and colour theory and all that kind of stuff. It is a lot of fun. And then at the platinum level, you get all of that, and then you also get a live tutorial once a month. So lots and lots of really fun stuff that isn't necessarily what you get to see on the YouTube account, but it is something a little separate.
Yes.
So we have some special thank yous to do.
Yeah.
For our gold pourers, we have Crafty Chicken Mom,
Amy.
You've got Elizabeth Gilano, Gillian Kennedy, you got Gloria Salaki, you got Jane Klein, Kelly Stowell, or Feral Arts. You've got Kirsten Blackley. You've got Linda Seriani. We've got Mary Doulis, or Mama Doulis.
Mama Doulis.
We've got Patsy Petrelli, Pocket Rocket. We've got Nate Bright, who you all know and love, has got his own channel. You've got Sharon Luffy, Stephanie Hancock.
Stephanie Hancock.
With those hugs. We've got Tammy Hasbrook. We have Terry Leshner. And we have Trisha West.
Yes.
And
in the platinum level, we have the awesome Elaine Burton.
Super awesome.
Yes. We have Janice Pittman.
And Steve.
Pittman. We have Susan Chigori.
Oh my gosh, he's bought so many pieces.
I know.
Her walls are covered in art.
I know. And we have Susan Shepperson.
Oh my goodness, you all know Susan Shepperson. She's at every single premiere. Just thank you, Susan. We see you all know that.
Yes.
And to all of you guys and everyone else that you'll see here down below, we really, really, really do appreciate you. It is with your support that we keep our stocks of canvases and paint coming. And it really does mean that we can just continue throwing up content for you all.
I know.
So thank you so very much, guys. You guys truly are the best.
It helps us so much.
It really does. Thank you, guys.